Jess Los with SBCA, Structural Building Components Association, another weekly update. It is the 1st of December. Happy December. We are in the last month of the year for 2023. Hopefully everybody had a great Thanksgiving. We did here at my family's place. A lot of fun cooking. I enjoy it. It's a good time of the year. I've said that before. Hopefully you were able to spend some time with your loved ones, your family, your friends, whomever, and eat some good food and maybe watch some football as well. So I'm a Niners fan. They did all right. Hopefully that keeps up, and I can say the same next week, but we'll see. A couple announcements. Allie, director of events on our team, her birthday was this week. So if you see her, wish her a happy birthday. A little belated, but at the same time, it's still nice to have a happy birthday wish. Let her know people are thinking about her. Beyond that, we've got our all-staff meeting coming up next week. We've been planning on that for a little while. That's going to be in Houston. So all of our staff are going to be going there doing that. We're also, just before that, going to be having a board meeting for just the board members of SBCA, trying to get them together, talk a little bit about the budget and some different things, help us for some year-end planning, getting into next year as well. So that's going to be pretty cool. Kind of a day late. I was doing some travel on this week, but definitely a lot of things to talk about. Some I'll probably refrain and probably wait a little bit. But one thing I'm asked a lot about is wall panels. And obviously structural building components include trusses, which, everybody's familiar with, but wall panels, that's one that it seems like there's different places and uses, and, people are utilizing them a little bit differently. Multifamily, a little more so than single family, but seeing some good information, just anecdotally, kind of some message boards that I was made aware of this week and participated in, talking about builders, talking about using wall panels, best practices, things that they can do to make it easier, what they should be looking for. So that's encouraging to see that kind of happening, as well as some Facebook groups, just people talking about different things. And, it's easy to talk down about things. We do that way too much in construction. That's one of the things I want to talk about at some point. But it's nice to see positive things going on with that. And, the panels that we think of, either 2x6, 2x4, open is what we typically say. That's with or without sheeting. More people are talking about closed panels. And that's where I'm curious where people are seeing the usage of wall panels and what they want to do 10 to 15 years from now, to where there's a lot of opportunity to add value. Now, right now, we will do the framing and add the OSB in the shop, and we'll send it out. That's an open that's very much mimicking what happens in the field when they're stick framing it. But what else can be added in the value chain throughout that process to where we're getting a closed panel, OSB on one side, sheetrock on the other, to where that is kind of a progression towards a more modular type environment. I don't think, there's obviously a lot that can be said about modular, but it's one of those to where kind of what I see is the next frontier for components is, where do we go with those walls, and what do we do in the shop to where we can add more value and to drive more adoption there? It's kind of that final frontier, if you'd say. We got the roof, we got the floor, we've got cassettes coming out with the floors as well. But I think that there's a lot of opportunities there. Curious to see what component manufacturers, are they gearing up for something to be different, or they're just like, it's going to be the same forever, I'm going to build it until my customer asks for it? Or is it something they want to do a little bit different? And then as SBCA, how do we position ourselves to where those folks that may want to build that, is SBCA the trade association for them? That's the type of stuff I'm thinking about looking ahead to. So really a lot to, discuss with that. Hopefully we can do that with our board members a little bit next week. But in general, that's, conversations I have with people that are thought leaders and trying to, understand where are things going. That's definitely one thing that's on a lot of people's minds. I think there's a lot of opportunity there. Obviously there are some things to overcome, obviously codes and adoption, and just, getting anything to change in the construction industry can be a little tricky, but it is one of those that I think that there might be some opportunities there, especially for our group that are the structural building component manufacturers across the country. Beyond that, again, looking forward to next week with everything we got going on there in Houston. But then beyond that, getting through December into next year, it's going to be a great year for SBCA, really gearing up for it. Looking forward to presenting our budget to our board. Hopefully we approve that, and we'll be off and running for 2024. But with that, we still have a few weeks left here. We'll make sure we make the most of this month as well. But with that, I'm going to sign off, and we will talk to you next week, maybe from Houston, maybe with a few guests that might be our staff. We might have to see if we can wrangle something together there. But till then, peaks up, press on. Have a great weekend and a great week, and make the most of 2023 while you still can. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. And that's a cameo from my dog who wants to go out, if you're still with me. And you can hear him whining.